All right, so get this. You've been digging deep into quantum computing and AI and how they're going to change the world.
Two huge GE fields that seem like they're ripped straight out of science fiction.
But guess what? They're already changing the world as we speak.
Exactly.
We've got all your notes and research right here.
And we're about to go on a deep dive together.
Trust me. By the end of this deep dive,
You're going to look at these technologies
and how they might impact your life.
in a whole new way,
It's not just about understanding what quantum computing and AI are.
separately.
Right.
It's about really understanding what happens when you combine these two powerhouses.
Totally.
That's where things get really, really interesting.
For example, did you know that quantum computers could potentially design like totally new materials with properties we haven't even dreamed of?
Yeah.
We're talking about lighter but stronger airplanes,
Mhm.
super efficient solar panels.
Absolutely.
Yep, stuff of dreams.
Yeah. And on the AI front,
Mm.
we're seeing quantum machine learning algorithms that can analyze financial markets in real time
Well,
with an accuracy that traditional methods just can't touch.
uh,
Imagine the possibilities for investors
yeah.
who can predict market shifts with that level of precision.
Okay. So before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's take a step back and make sure we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've done your research, but can you give us just a super quick rundown on what makes quantum computing so different
Okay.
from the computers we use every day?
At the heart of it all is the qubit.
Okay.
Unlike the bits in your laptop, which can be either a 0 or a 1,
Yeah.
a qubit can be both at the same time,
What?
thanks to this mind-bending concept called superposition.
Okay.
It's like flipping a coin
Yeah.
and having it land on both heads and tails simultaneously.
Okay. That's already blowing my mind a bit. I
Right.
think I'm following.
Okay.
So how does this superposition thing actually make quantum computers more powerful?
Well, because a qubit can exist in multiple states at once.
Right.
A quantum computer can explore a massive number of possibilities
Okay.
simultaneously.
So it's like,
It's like having millions of computers working in parallel,
gotcha.
allowing them to solve certain types of problems exponentially faster than classical computers.
So instead of trying each key on a giant key ring one by one,
Right.
a quantum computer is basically trying all the keys at once
Exactly.
until it finds the one that unlocks the door.
That's a great visual.
That's a pretty good visual.
Yeah.
And that's where the quantum speed up comes in.
Exactly.
It's not just about speed, though.
Right.
It's about tackling problems that are just straight up impossible for classical computers to solve, no matter how much time you give them.
Absolutely.
This is what I love about these deep dives, getting into the nitty-gritty of how this stuff actually works. So let's talk about those quantum algorithms you mentioned earlier.
Okay.
What are some specific examples and how are they being used to like power up AI?
One very promising algorithm is called Quantum Approximate Optimization Algorithm, or QAOA for short.
Catchy.
Yeah, it's particularly good at solving optimization problems.
Okay.
The kind where you're trying to find the best solution from a vast set of possibilities.
Right.
Think about something like logistics.
Yeah.
A company like Amazon could use QAOA to figure out the most efficient delivery routes for its millions of packages.
Makes sense.
Huh.
Instead of relying on trial and error or even traditional algorithms, they could use QAOA to just find the absolute best solution.
Yep.
Saving time, fuel, and money.
Exactly.
What other tricks do these quantum algorithms have up their sleeves?
Another one that's making waves is the variational quantum eigensolver, or VQE.
Okay.
This one's all about understanding molecules at a quantum level.
Okay.
Imagine being able to simulate how a drug interacts with a specific protein in the human body, atom by atom.
Wow.
That's the power of VQE.
So instead of spending years and billions of dollars on lab tests,
Right.
scientists could use VQE to design and test new drugs virtually.
Dramatically accelerating the drug discovery process.
Yeah, that's a game changer, especially for diseases that don't have effective treatments yet.
That's huge.
Absolutely.
And let's not forget about quantum support vector machines, or QSVMs.
Right.
They're incredibly good at classification tasks.
Uh-huh.
Think about things like image recognition, spam filtering, even medical diagnosis.
Yeah.
QSVMs can analyze these vast data sets and spot patterns that would be invisible to classical algorithms.
Absolutely.
I'm starting to see a pattern here.
What's that?
These quantum algorithms are basically taking existing AI techniques and giving them a turbo boost.
Exactly.
It's like upgrading from a horse and buggy to a supersonic jet.
That's a great analogy.
We're still in the early stages, but the potential of this quantum-enhanced AI is enormous.
It really is.
It's about more than just speed and efficiency. It's about tackling problems that were previously considered unsolvable.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm officially hooked.
All right.
This is way cooler than I ever imagined.
But let's get real for a second. You mentioned earlier that these technologies are already being used in the real world.
They are.
Can you give us some concrete examples?
Sure.
I need to see this quantum magic in action.
Okay, you want to see quantum magic in action?
Uh-huh.
How about we talk about Volkswagen?
Volkswagen.
Yeah. They partnered with D-Wave Systems,
Okay.
a big name in quantum computing, to tackle something that most of us deal with every day.
Okay.
Traffic.
Hold on, Volkswagen. The car company. What do they have to do with quantum computers?
They used a quantum algorithm called quantum annealing to optimize bus routes in Lisbon, Portugal.
Okay.
Imagine trying to coordinate like dozens of buses in real time,
Yeah.
taking into account traffic congestion,
Right.
road closures, even passenger demand.
That's a lot.
That's a logistical nightmare.
Yeah, I can see how that would get messy fast.
Yeah,
So did they hook up a quantum computer to the traffic lights or something?
not quite.
Okay.
They equipped buses with GPS trackers and fed that real-time data into a quantum computer.
Okay.
The algorithm then calculated the most efficient route for each bus, constantly adjusting based on changing conditions.
So basically they turned traffic into a giant puzzle
Yeah,
that only a quantum computer could solve.
exactly.
Did it actually work?
The results were pretty impressive.
Okay.
They managed to significantly reduce travel times for commuters,
Nice.
leading to happier passengers, less fuel consumption, and even lower emissions.
So it's a win-win.
It's a great example of how quantum AI can make a real difference in people's lives.
Okay. That's pretty cool. But you know me, I'm always thinking bigger.
Okay?
What about those sci-fi applications we talked about earlier, like quantum AI revolutionizing healthcare?
All right.
That's the stuff that really gets me excited.
Well, let's talk about how Google and IBM are using quantum computers to accelerate drug development.
Okay.
They're not building microscopic robots or anything,
Right.
but they are leveraging quantum simulations to understand complex molecular interactions.
So instead of relying on trial and error in the lab, which can take years, they're using quantum computers to simulate how different molecules will interact, essentially fast-forwarding the drug discovery process.
Precisely.
This could revolutionize how we treat diseases, leading to cures for diseases that have plagued humanity for centuries.
Absolutely. It's not just about finding new drugs, it's about understanding diseases at a fundamental level.
The potential for personalized medicine is also huge, right?
It is.
Tailoring treatments to an individual's specific genetic makeup,
Yeah,
like creating a custom-made suit for their DNA.
absolutely. Quantum AI could help us move from a one-size-fits-all approach to healthcare to a truly personalized system, leading to more effective treatments and better outcomes.
I'm also curious about the impact on medical imaging and diagnosis.
Okay.
You mentioned earlier that quantum sensors can detect tiny changes in the body.
Uh-huh.
How does that translate into real-world applications?
Think about diagnosing cancer. Today, we often rely on imaging techniques that can only detect tumors once they've reached a certain size.
Right.
Quantum sensors could potentially detect cancer cells at a much earlier stage when treatment is most effective.
So we're talking about catching diseases before they even have a chance to take hold,
Exactly.
potentially saving countless lives.
Absolutely.
That's a future I can definitely get behind. But even with all this amazing potential, there must be some roadblocks, right?
There are.
What are the biggest challenges facing quantum AI right now?
One major challenge is the sheer cost and complexity of quantum computers.
Okay.
They require specialized equipment, highly trained personnel, and a whole lot of know-how to operate
Yeah.
that makes them inaccessible to most organizations.
So it's kind of like trying to build a spaceship in your garage.
Right.
You might have the ambition, but you probably don't have the resources or the expertise.
Exactly. But the good news is that the cost of quantum computing is steadily decreasing and access is becoming more widespread. Cloud-based platforms are making it easier for researchers and companies to experiment with quantum technology without breaking the bank.
So it's like the early days of the internet.
Yeah,
Where only universities and government agencies had access.
right.
Now almost everyone has a smartphone with more computing power than the computers that sent us to the moon.
Exactly.
That's pretty encouraging.
Precisely. And just like the internet transformed communication and information sharing, quantum AI has the potential to revolutionize countless industries and aspects of our lives.
Totally.
But it's not just about waiting for the technology to mature, it's about being proactive.
Okay, so what can individuals and businesses do right now to prepare for this quantum leap?
Well,
It's not like we can all go out and buy a quantum computer.
right. Well, for starters, education is key.
Okay,
There are tons of online resources and books that can help you understand the basics of quantum computing and AI.
right.
The more you learn, the better prepared you'll be to identify opportunities and adapt to this rapidly evolving landscape.
Knowledge is power, as they say.
Absolutely.
But what about businesses?
Yeah.
What practical steps can they take today to position themselves for success in the quantum era?
It's about thinking ahead and identifying potential use cases for quantum AI in their specific industry.
Okay.
How could this technology be used to optimize operations, develop new products or services, or gain a competitive edge?
So it's about being quantum ready.
Exactly.
Even if we're not quite quantum native yet,
Right.
we need to have the mindset and the skills to embrace this technological wave rather than getting swept away by it.
Exactly. The early adopters will definitely have a significant advantage, but even if you're not ready to invest heavily in quantum computing today, start planning for the future.
It sounds like this is a defining moment in history.
It is.
Quantum AI has the potential to reshape not just industries, but our entire way of life.
Yeah.
What does this all mean for the future of humanity?
That's the big question, isn't it? And honestly, no one has all the answers yet.
Uh,
But one thing is certain. Quantum AI is going to have a profound impact on every aspect of our lives.
it's like we're standing at the edge of a new frontier full of both incredible promise and potential unknowns.
Yeah,
It's both exhilarating and a little bit scary all at the same time.
I completely agree. It's a time of great opportunity, but also a time for caution and thoughtful consideration.
Right.
We need to ensure that quantum AI is used responsibly and ethically for the benefit of all humankind.
We're the ones who created this technology,
Yeah,
and we have a responsibility to steer it in the right direction.
absolutely.
We need to have open and honest conversations about the potential benefits and risks and make sure everyone has a voice in shaping this quantum future.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Engaging with the public and fostering a dialogue about the ethical implications of quantum AI is crucial.
Totally.
It's not just about technological progress, it's about societal progress.
Okay, so we've talked about the potential, the challenges, and the ethical considerations. We've explored some real world examples and discussed practical steps to prepare for the quantum AI revolution.
Right.
But I'm curious, what are you personally most excited about in the future of quantum AI? What are you keeping your eye on?
One area that I find particularly fascinating is the intersection of quantum AI and neuroscience.
Okay.
Imagine using quantum computers to simulate the human brain to understand consciousness and unlock the secrets of the mind.
Whoa, hold on.
Yeah.
Simulating the human brain with a quantum computer. That sounds like something straight out of a science fiction novel.
I know, right? But it's a real possibility, and it has the potential to revolutionize our understanding of the human mind.
Okay.
Think about new treatments for neurological disorders, enhancing cognitive abilities, or even redefining what it means to be human.
That's some serious mind-blowing stuff right there.
It is.
I can definitely see why you're excited about that. What about you? What aspects of quantum AI are you personally most passionate about?
For me, it's the potential for quantum AI to tackle like those massive problems that we face as a species. Climate change,
Yeah.
poverty, diseases that seem like they're impossible to cure.
Right.
Like, if we can use this technology wisely, it could really be a game changer for creating a better future for everyone.
Absolutely. It's about harnessing this incredible power to uplift humanity,
Right.
to make the world a more sustainable and equitable place.
Totally.
Yep.
But beyond solving these like global challenges, right?
Yeah.
There are other fascinating avenues opening up,
Yeah.
even in areas you might not expect.
That's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
like what? Don't hold out on me.
Well, think about the world of creativity and art.
Okay.
What if quantum algorithms could compose music paint masterpieces, even write entire novels that are indistinguishable from human creations?
Now that's an interesting twist.
Yeah.
We've been talking about like solving problems, but now we're talking about creating something entirely new.
Right. Would that kind of quantum art even be considered like real art?
That's the question, isn't it?
Right.
Where does the line between human and machine creativity blur?
Right.
We tend to think of art as this like uniquely human expression of emotion and experience.
Yeah.
But what if AI can tap into that as well?
It makes you wonder if those algorithms would just be like mimicking human creativity.
Right.
Or if they could genuinely come up with something truly original.
Exactly.
Would it still be art if it wasn't created by a human hand or mind?
I think it'd be a mistake to just dismiss the potential for genuine artistic expression from a quantum AI.
Okay.
Just because it operates differently than the human brain doesn't mean it can't tap into the same creative wellspring.
Right.
Perhaps it could even surpass human limitations,
Yeah.
creating art that we can't even conceive of yet.
Okay. Now my mind is really going down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Imagine attending a concert where the symphony was composed by a quantum AI,
Uh-huh.
or walking through a gallery filled with AI-generated paintings.
Right.
Would we even be able to tell the difference?
And that brings up another intriguing question.
Right.
What happens to human artists in this future?
Right.
Does their work become less valuable if an algorithm can replicate it?
I guess it comes down to what we value in art.
Yeah.
If it's solely about technical skill, then yeah, maybe human artists would have some competition.
Right.
But if it's about the emotional connection, the story behind the creation,
Yeah.
then I think human art will always hold a special place.
It might even be that quantum AI could become a tool for human artists,
Okay.
a new brush for the painter, a
Uh-huh.
new instrument for the musician.
Right.
Imagine collaborating with an algorithm that can push the boundaries of your imagination,
Yeah.
helping you create art that's truly groundbreaking.
So instead of replacing human artists, quantum AI could become a partner, a muse even.
Exactly.
That's a much more optimistic view than I had at first.
And let's not forget the legal and ethical complexities this brings up.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Who owns the copyright to a work of art created by a quantum AI?
Right.
The programmer, the user, or the algorithm itself?
Yeah, that's a whole other can of worms.
It is.
We're talking about redefining the very concept of authorship and intellectual property.
Exactly.
This is going to get interesting.
It certainly will. We're talking about opening a door to a whole new dimension of artistic expression, a world where the line between human and machine creativity becomes increasingly blurred. It's exciting and a little bit daunting all at the same time.
Well, on that thought-provoking note, I think we've successfully navigated this deep dive into the vast and often mind-boggling world of quantum AI.
I agree.
We've covered a lot of ground, from the fundamental principles to the potential applications in fields like healthcare, finance, and even art.
We've tackled some complex concepts, explored real-world examples, and pondered the ethical implications of this transformative technology. Hopefully, we've sparked a sense of wonder and curiosity in our listeners, encouraging them to continue exploring this exciting frontier.
The quantum AI revolution is still in its early stages, but it's already changing the world around us. The future is full of possibilities, both wondrous and challenging, and it's up to all of us to shape it wisely.
So stay curious, stay engaged, and keep asking those big questions. The journey into the quantum realm has just begun, and who knows what amazing discoveries await us on the other side.
And that brings us to the end of our deep dive. Thanks for joining us on this exploration of quantum AI. If you'd like to delve deeper into any of the topics we've discussed, be sure to check out the links provided in the show notes. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.